Hello everyone. In this video, in the rise of nationalism in Europe from page number 23 to 25, I'm going to tell you about visualizing the nation. It's a very easy subheading for you. By 18th and 19th centuries, artists represented a country. A country was represented by a person and a nation by a female figure. During the French Revolution, the female figure portrayed the ideas such as liberty, justice, and republic. And liberty is represented as a red cap or a broken chain, justice, a blindfold women carrying a pair of weighing scales. So by that time, female figure became an allegory of the nation. During the French Revolution, artists used the female figures. But before that, an early example of national personification is a gospel book dated 990, which is not a part of your book, but can be a part of your knowing. Here, four ladies are there. These are personified, these are four nations. Who are they? Slovenia, Germania, Germany, Gallia, this was France actually, and Roman Empire, bringing offerings to Emperor Otto, Ottoman Empire, Otto III, Emperor Otto III. These four ladies, maybe four sisters, you can visualize, and bringing some tributes to the Ottoman Empire. Here all ladies are there. Now the question is, you need to understand why the concept of motherhood is attached to a country. Why? Because a country is one's place of birth, and the idea of birth is directly linked to motherhood for obvious reasons. Of course, a mother only gives birth. So you are born on a land, on a piece of land in a country, so you are citizen of that country. So that motherland gives you that identity of a citizenship, right? The second, we use the female pronoun she or her for countries, especially other countries in situation of war or in military terms. Third, the people are extremely protective of their nation's pride. The country is therefore symbolized as a female whose pride must be protected. The concept of motherland is attached with the feeding her children. Earth. Earth. Mother Earth feeds her children. Here, way back in history, if you know about the evolution of mankind, in the beginning, first stage, the mankind, the men were, people were food gatherers. In the second stage of the development, they were the food producers. As soon as we became the food producers, we started producing the food. We started settling down in a particular piece of land, that only later on called as country. Okay, so that particular earth feeds you, that is your motherland. Only mother gives birth, mother gives food to the children. Because of that, female figure. Mother Earth is a Greco-Roman personification. It is not new at all. That focuses on the life-giving and nurturing aspects of nature by embodying it in the form of mother. Here also, in 1815s, we were talking about 1990. In 1850s, after the French Revolution, Marine representing the Republic of France. It is a postage stamp. This is a very common figure which you have seen in your book. In Frankfurt Parliament, St. Paul's Church is there, where Germania has been depicted like that, and all the parts of Germania. Okay, the end of the olden era, and these rays of sun rays, the beginning of the new era. Broken chains being freed. Breastplate, this is the breastplate with eagle, symbol of the German Empire, symbol of strength. Crown of oak leaves, it's symbol of heroism. Of course, olive branches around crown of oak leaves, it is a sword of readiness to, and yes, sword of readiness to fight. Olive branch around the sword, willingness to make peace. Though the sword is there for the protection, for the defense, but olive branches are there to bring to willingness to bring peace in the society. Black, red, and gold tricolor flag of the liberal nationalists in 1848, banned by the Duke of Germany, states the rays of rising sun, beginning of the new era. Here I have collected a few symbols of French Revolution, broken chains again. This is unity, the bundle of rods. This is enlightenment and end of the darkness. This is Scripper, symbol of royal power, then snake biting its tail to form a ring, symbol of eternity, or ring has neither beginning nor the end. Here, red Rhodian cap, a slave after coming out of the slavery, when he is free, wears the cap, a winged woman, personification of the law. Again, the law tablet, law is equal for everyone under one flag. Okay, so the national anthems were formed. Here, the fallen Germaniac Julius Herbner in 1850 has represented why the fallen Germania when King Wilhelm, do you remember 1948 Frankfurt Parliament, Liberals Parliament held, and King Frederick Wilhelm was approached to take up Germany, take up German people and become the head of that. He rejected the offer of the liberals and he joined the monarchs. So that time it was felt that they have lost the hope of unification of Germany. But later on, Bismarck took up, and with the help of the Prussian armies, the unification of Germany could take place. So this is the way how the countries were united. This is the way how the countries were freed, and the nations were personified as a female figures. Thank you.